Hello everyone, this is Sue from Sue's Paper Creations, and today I am back with another quick and easy card for you. This card today is going to be an adorable little wedding card, and I am calling this Love in a Woodpile. So I wanted to make a card that combined both these rings here from the tree rings and this one here from Always and Forever. So I just finished a barbecue Stampin' Night here, and the ladies really enjoyed making this card, so I wanted to share it with you and show you how quick and easy this comes together. Okay, so I'm going to just pop this aside here and we will get started. So for the card, I'm going to bring in the pieces here, and we have got a card base of crumb cake. We have got a piece of vanilla cardstock. I've got a little strip of Flirty Flamingo. I love that pink color. One of chocolate chip, and then just a little piece for my saying of Old Olive. Now, for the first step of this card, we are going to do some quick and simple masking. So we're going to get out the tree ring stamp from the Always and Forever, and I'm going to bring in some chocolate chip ink, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink that stamp up, and I'm going to stamp it twice. I'm going to stamp it once in the center here, just like that, and then I'm going to actually stamp it a second time on a Post-it note. I'm going to just stamp it just in the middle of the Post-it note, just like that. Voila. And what I'm going to get you guys to do next is cut out this actual image of the tree that's on the Post-it note. So what I'm doing here is I'm making a very quick and easy mask, and I'm cutting it fairly close to the edge of the image. And the reason why I want to do this is because you're going to have a gap when we stamp our big background stamp over top of this, just because there is a little bit of a layer, extra layer here, and I want to limit that. Okay, I've gone ahead and I've actually already cut one out for you, and you can see how tightly I've cut the little leaves right along the edges there. Okay, now I'm going to place this right over top of the image that I've already stamped, just like that. And I'm going to ink up our big background. Okay, so I'm bringing in that gorgeous background tree rings, and I absolutely love this. Now, I stamped the main image here in chocolate chip. I'm going to stamp the rings in what have I got here? Soft suede. And the reason why I want to do this is I want it to go one shade lighter, so that this ring that's in the center here really is a focal point and stands out. So I'm just inking up my background stamp really well, just like that. And I'm going to stamp over top of my mask. So I'm going to put this down in the center here, and I'm just going to put some nice even pressure on there. These big stamps, I like to get right over top of them and give some nice even pressure. As I say to the people stamping, it's almost like you're giving the stamp here CPR, because you want to get right over top of it and give it a good press down. Okay, I think that should be good. There we have it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that mask off, just like that, and there you have it. You have got your little love ring here in the middle of this wood pile. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of coloring just to pop that out a little bit. I'm going to bring in a little bit of Flirty Flamingo as well as Old Olive. And I'm going to bring in my blender pen. And the reason why I wanted to use my blender pen is because I just want some nice shading. I don't want it to be too solid. And I'm just going to color this up a little bit here. Coloring off to the side here. I must say, not doing my best coloring job here. There we go, that's a bit better. Okay, so we got a little bit of pink in the center, and then I'm going to take my old olive and I'm just going to do those leaves. I'm going to go a little bit darker in the center, and then I'm going to bleed that color out a little bit. That's the nice thing with the blender pen, is you can do that. You can have it a little bit darker in the center and then really rub that color out towards the edges so you can see how it does a little bit more concentration there in the veining of the leaves, and then a little bit lighter around the edges, because in nature leaves are all not one color. There are variation in there, so you want to have that little bit of variation. Just like that. Okay, looking very cute. Now I'll just pull that in a little bit so you can see it a little bit easier. Now what I'm going to do to make that heart and the leaves stand out even a little bit more is I'm going to bring in my Wink of Stella, just a clear Wink of Stella, and I'm going to go over that heart. Actually helps blend the color a little bit better too. And it's going to add some nice shimmer to that bit of color, just to pop it out even more. And I'll bring it up close so that you can have a better look at that. You can see the shimmer on there. So cute. Okay, now I'm just going to finish this card up just by adding a little bit of that Flirty Flamingo along the bottom of the card. So I'm just adding it to the back side here, like so. And then I'm going to do the same with the chocolate chip. I'm just going to pop that across the top. I think the thickness of this band is maybe 3/8 for the one on the top here. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach that to my main card here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that out a little bit just to add a little bit of dimension. I'm going to actually pop the pop dots here on the edges. And before, I almost forgot one last thing here, before I put that onto my main card, try not to get too many shadows here tonight. I know I've got a lot. It's actually quite late here in Victoria, and so I'm working at nighttime, and I find it a little bit harder with my shadows, so sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to get a little bit of some olive green twine, and I just want to add that. Let's see where I'm going to put it. I'm going to just pop it around the bottom of the card just to really to highlight that again, those colors that are coming out there. So I used a longer piece to go across the card, just a little bit longer than the width of the card, and then I just use the shorter piece and I just pop it in and tie it around. And the reason why I do this is because if you go and wrap the ribbon all the way around, then you end up using a lot more ribbon than you need. You don't see the underside of the card, so why bother putting the ribbon there if you don't have to? You might as well save it for another project. So it just saves that ribbon a little bit. Okay, so there we go. We are going to add it to our card base. It's coming along actually quite quickly. What takes the most time actually is cutting out that mask. But once you have it cut, what I do is I actually take this mask and I just pop it inside my stamp set, so it's always there when I need it, because you can stamp over it again and again. It doesn't matter that there's already an image stamped over top. That doesn't matter. You can keep using that until it pretty much falls apart. So I'm going to tuck that in my stamp set so I have it for next time that I want to make a card like this or mask anything off. Now I'm just trying to find, there it is, my little green piece there. Okay. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in that chocolate chip again, and I'm going to stamp my little Mr. and Mrs. So right now, wood grain and just the woodland theme is a huge trend for weddings. Pretty much for everything right now, actually. A lot of people are loving, you know, even just the distress look on furniture, which is another one of my loves. I do a lot of distress furniture as well. But yeah, it is a huge trend. So this is a super cute card for a wedding right now because of the trend of the woodland look. So there we have it, one finished card. And actually, you could even pop this down on this side if you don't want to cover up your wood grain a little bit. It's too late now. I've already got mine down, but I might have actually put it maybe down here a little bit instead, just so that it didn't cover that up. But that is a really quick and easy way to get that big ring in the middle of that wood pile, and I think it's just adorable. You could use this for an anniversary card, even just a quick little, you know, note to pop into somebody's lunch. So there you have it. If you happen to place an order through me, through my online store, I will not only, let's see here, send you out one of these grab bag card kits that I always send out. So this is what they look like. I mean, they're different. Each and every one that I make is always different, but there's everything in here to create 4 cards, from ribbons to embellishments, all your layers. All you need to do is add your images and your ink. So I always chuck one of those in the mail for everyone who places a $50 order with me before shipping and taxes. If in that order you happen to put in one of our featured stamps, so that either the tree rings or the always and forever, I will mail you out one of these to chuck in as well. So therefore you've got all the pieces that I used today in my card. I'll even pop in the ribbons for you, and therefore you can make this card at home. Okay, so that's what I've got for you today. This is the link to my online store. So it is suephillip.stampinup.net. And either that, or you can just, if you happen to be on my Facebook page right now, which is Sue's Paper Creations, you can always just push on that blue Shop Now button and it'll take you directly to my online store. If you are placing an order that is under $200, I do have a, I'll just zoom out a little bit here. I do have a host code right now, and this is it. So you can pop that in under the host code, and that will qualify you to get these little freebies in the mail from me. Okay, if your order is over $200, I will still mail you out these freebies, but I want you to get the benefits of free shopping and free items from the hostess dollars if your order is over $200. So don't use this code if it's over. If it's under, pop it in, and I will pop off those freebies in the mail for you. So I hope you enjoyed that quick and easy mass card, and I will see you here again soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.